Do you know what the 3R concept means? The 3R concept involves reduce, reuse, recycle. It looks very simple to try. We can reduce the amount of waste we produce. We can reuse goods and materials as much as possible before buying new ones. We can learn how to recycle our own waste. By applying the concept of the 3Rs, we can all benefit. Reduce the amount of waste. Contributes climate change by reducing greenhouse gas emission. Reduce CO2 emissions, carbon footprint. Conserve resources and ecosystem. Eliminate waste disposal costs. Reduce demand of raw materials. Save energy and money. The fifth R is reduce. Reducing is the best method for keeping the environment clean. By reducing, we can stop the problem at the source. Making less waste to begin with means there's less waste to clean up. It is simply, we just need to create less waste. And what can we do to reduce waste? Let's see some ideas. For example, we can start using reusable bottles instead of using plastic bottles. Also, choosing products with less packaging. What if we always carry reusable shopping bags when we go to a store or the supermarket? Companies are also doing things to reduce their waste. AgriCycle purchase from cooperatives the resulting products for food that would otherwise be wasted, in order to upcycle and create dehydrate-free preservative products around the world. Supermarkets replace plastic bags for reusable ones, using less packaging. For example, Kesapir is an app to connect local farmers with consumers via plastic-free delivery system. The second R is reuse. Reuse refers to the use of goods and materials as much as possible, for the same or a different purpose, without changing the original form of the product. You might have asked, what can we do to reuse? Let's see some examples. You can give another use to glass, plastic, and cardboard containers. Also, you can donate broken appliances to charity or a local school, which can use them for art classes or for students to practice repairing. Or you can try to repair old things in your house instead of buy new things. For example, old outdated furniture can be reupholstered or slipcovered. Companies are also reusing. Have you heard about refurbishment products? They are usually electronic devices that are repaired by the original manufacturer and resold to the public. Other retailers are also offering repair services. For example, if you take your clothes or shoes to a tailor for alterations and repairs, a good old-fashioned cobbler can work magic. The last R is recycle. Recycling is any recovery operation by which materials are reprocessed into products, materials, or substances, whether for the original or other purposes. In other words, recycle means to give a second life. Recycling is to keep materials in use, either as a product or as components or raw materials after they are no longer be used. But what can we do to recycle? Here we tell you some ideas. Give to the product a new use instead of throwing it away. For example, making a vertical garden using plastic bottles. To do it, you will need to cut a plastic recycle bottle and tie it up with a rope and plastic ties, as we show here. Another idea is to create your own solar LED fairy lights using the wine bottles. Take a wine bottle and put inside of it the lights you want. Some people are growing seedlings in an egg carton. Simply take an egg box, cut it, and use it to plant your baby plants. On the other hand, you should know that there are companies around the world that are taking place on recycling products and process. For example, a company aims to collect and recycle bottles, creating a recycling infrastructure and developing only recycled packaging for their products, so that each bottle is used. A toys company uses recycled milk jugs to design and create kids' toys. Another company makes building industry more sustainable by collecting building rubble, industrial waste and secondary materials into polyblocks that are used to build. By applying this 3Rs, we can help environment and society. People and companies can work together for a sustainable living. All together we achieve the change. Here to more examples. Is a small business where they give a second life to things people normally throw away. They make with cabinet doors, trays and frames, with pallets, boards, pictures and mirrors, skewers with soda caps, hanging gardens with plants and frames and more. Setnoti is another entrepreneurship. They make art with paper. They make pictures, frames, notebooks, calendars, even Christmas decorations. Everything made by their hands.